Hi, this is Dorothy from TaiChiBozeman.com/rawfoodblog and also from favediets.com. We're making peppermint patties today. The old-fashioned peppermint patties like York, but these are homemade from raw chocolate that are so good for you. And they have the amazing raw cacao powder in it, cacao butter, or you could use coconut oil here, and raw honey, raw cacao powder mixed with carob, which you don't have to do. You can just have cacao powder, and lucuma powder. And if you haven't used cacao powder before, it's the cold-pressed raw cacao powder from the bean, the cacao bean, which is the cocoa bean. And so here we go, melting a cup of the cacao butter, and you could use coconut oil instead. And at the same time, this honey is almost melted, but we could put it in too. So you got a cup of cacao powder and 6 tablespoons of raw honey. So all of these ingredients, since they're raw, they have the enzymes intact. They have things that will actually digest for you, so you don't have to do any digesting. And they're so intensely powerful, so chocolatey, that you can just eat a little one and you'll feel satisfied. So now we've got 6 tablespoons of honey, if I counted right while I was talking, and 1 cup of cacao butter almost melted, and then a dash of salt. Don't forget the salt because it really adds a zing to your chocolate. And 6 heaping tablespoons of the cacao powder. Mine again is mixed with carob to cut down on the caffeine and the work on your adrenals. And then 2 tablespoons of lucuma powder. You don't have to do this part, but this is from South American fruit, very low glycemic sweetener. So you don't have to add as much honey that way. So 2 tablespoons of lucuma. You could also use mesquite powder. And then peppermint extract, and in this case you could use, this is peppermint essential oil, but you could use peppermint extract if you want. 10 to 15 drops. Okay, so that's what's going to make it the peppermint patties. And then use a whisk for this part, and keep stirring as a meditation. And then you can drop it into little round shapes so that you'll feel like you're eating a peppermint patty. And the way I do it is to take a little cupcake pan and fill it with cupcake papers. And because they come out this small in 10 minutes, you've got your peppermint patties. Faster than you could go to the store and buy them. And you could make them into bigger peppermint patties, which I made the mistake of doing the first time I made it. And then you really don't need to eat one of those big ones. You'll feel just really perfect after you eat one little one. Okay, so that's getting nice and creamy now. And always taste your chocolate in case you want a little bit more sweetening or a little bit more salt. I'm going to taste a little bit. Ho ho ho! That's perfect chocolate. And then you can, I've got it over extremely low heat here, the lowest possible, so I don't destroy any of the great enzymes. And then you can ladle it into your cups. And when you do, just ladle it about half full, if you want them to look like this size. And I'm going to keep ladling, and then I'll stick these in the freezer for 10 minutes, 15 tops, and take them out, and they'll be done. To your health from Dorothy at TaiChiBozeman.com/rawfoodblog and from favediets.com. Enjoy your peppermint patties.